Good evening, Bowser, and good evening, Switch fans. Man, you got 2 good evening episodes out of me this week, but I swear this one wasn't my fault. I had people painting my house all day, and even after 11 years of doing this, I'm still a little gun shy in front of new people, but I gotta confirm your weekend. And that is what we're doing today with new information on Bayonetta 3 coming to Switch, when it's happening, and why it hasn't been shown, plus new info on Metroid Dread, an update there, and then the best accessory ever on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that sounds like hyperbole, but no, I'm telling you the truth. This accessory will forever change the way you see and play Nintendo Switch, and it is incredible. So what's going on, everybody? It's Agron SwitchForce. You're incredible. Thanks so much for being a part of our incredible family. I love you guys more and more each and every day. Smash that like button if you have fun with me, and let me know in the comments down below how you feel about today's topics. All right, if you didn't see last night's video on the Switch price drop, you should definitely go check it out. I don't like to double dip because I do have a lot of other things to get to, but if you want to know about how the Switch might cost $250 next week, you may want to give that a look. And we're not gonna double dip because I gotta tell you about Bayonetta 3, baby. All right, this is a game that feels a bit like vaporware at this point. I mean, maybe that's a little far. We're still in the rightful realm of when it could and should come out, but we haven't seen anything in a very long time. I mean, there's Metroid Prime 4, and then there's Bayonetta 3. Well, today, Video Game Chronicle had a chance to speak with Kamiya and the team over at Platinum on what's going down. Because maybe you remember that a couple months ago, Kamiya, the king of the game, said that he was going to be able to show something hopefully soon. And then Bayonetta 3 wasn't at E3, and it wasn't at any other presentation, and it hasn't been seen since. Well, his words now are as cryptic as ever, and he basically says he didn't mean that it for sure was gonna happen this year, but if there was a year something sure should happen. It sounded all sorts of just like PR speak, and like someone who's not able to really talk about the game. And then they revealed why that is, and they said they are so eager to show Bayonetta 3, and that the game is far along and doing really well, but Nintendo gets to decide when it's shown, and right now, they haven't let them show it, which is kind of crazy. You'd think that Nintendo would be eager to show this one. If it's ready, fans have been waiting so long, but apparently they're saving it. Now, it doesn't really sound like the game is gonna be shown at the coming September Direct that we're all anticipating, because otherwise I feel like Kamiya would have been like, ooh, get ready. Maybe this one is just being saved for some reason. I can't really think why or what would motivate Nintendo to hold on to this when fans have been waiting for so long. And Kamiya did mention like, hey, they're entering the final stretch. They want fans to be able to cheer them along as they get to the finish line and release the game, but they're waiting for their big daddy publisher Nintendo to give them the green light to show it off. And hopefully Nintendo turns that red light to green soon, because I know a lot of you are really eager to see the game, especially because Platinum says this one, they did things different. They wanted to make this kind of a showpiece for what Platinum can do and really blow the lid off the past Bayonettas and make this the biggest, best one yet. So I'm eager to see what they have done, and maybe we'll see it at the Game Awards, that's this year, or perhaps it won't show up until a Direct in 2022. It sounds like the game isn't releasing anytime soon, but man, I really hope we get to see it. Let me know in the comments down below if you want Nintendo to release the beast, the hair beast, and show us what's up with Bayonetta 3. Metroid is not dead, it is Dread, and the game is fast approaching. Well, today they dropped their nearly 5-minute overview trailer, the thing Nintendo loves to do before a game comes out. This one was narrated by a woman who sounded a lot like Rebecca from Ted Lasso. The universes were crossing in my mind, and I was very entranced. But I know a bunch of you are trying to go in dark to Metroid Dread, and there's been a lot of discussion about how Nintendo is spoiling the game, so I watched the trailer so you don't have to. The game looks freaking phenomenal, and I am more and more thinking that this is going to be one of the best games of the year. The more I see of it, the more excited I get. Samus's arsenal has been upped. The ante in terms of the intensity has been upped thanks to the Emmy robots, and the variety of this new planet is really impressive. I think the game looks better than it's getting credit for, and the fact that it is a full-price, side-scrolling 2D Metroidvania. Dude, it's the original Metroidvania. It is Metroid. And I think this is the resurrection that we all dreamed of. It looks so pretty, it moves at such a nice clip, and it seems like they are bringing back a lot of fan favorites with a lot of new mystery, and it's gonna lead to something big. In fact, this trailer teases something big and then kind of doesn't really explain what that could be, but there's more than meets the eye. And I'm really excited for these Emmy robots because one nugget from the trailer is like, if they touch you, boom, you're dead. It's an instant kill, it seems, and you need to really avoid these different colored bots who each have a different power, like an ice breath and the ability to move really fast. Thankfully, time is moving fast and we don't have to wait much longer for Metroid Dread. I am really hoping that this is maybe even Nintendo's best game of the year. I think that'd be super cool. It would be such an honor for Samus to hold for 2021, and I will be shockingly disappointed if this one disappoints, because at this point, man, I think it looks incredible. And Mercury Steam, whew, they have put a lot of smoke into these trailers, and I just hope that release is fire. Let me know in the comments down below if you're excited for Dread, and if you're going in dark, and if you're ready, because this game is out in like 25 days. All right, my friends, I'm gonna blow your mind with this piece of plastic. Yeah, this right here is the game changer. And when I first saw it, I said, no freaking way, you gotta be joking. But this has absolutely 100% and irrevocably changed the way I play Nintendo Switch, and I won't ever go back. And like at this point in the Switch life cycle, 2021, if I'm gonna invest in an accessory, or frankly even look at it, it better either do something dramatically new or solve a persistent problem. And since I started playing Nintendo Switch, one problem I've had is I wanna play with the Pro Controller, but I want to take the Switch with me. And that's really hard. You ever seen anybody play Switch like this? You ever seen anybody duke it out two-handed? You ever seen anybody make their dreams come true? No, you probably haven't, because it's insanely awkward and insanely weird. But thankfully, this right here is the Fixture S1. And it's the most fantastic device I've ever had the pleasure of using with the Switch. It's better than any case, it's better than any screen protector, it's better than any third-party controller or any sort of doodad that tried to make the Switch a more fun or comfortable system to play. This thing lets you play Pro Controller portably, and I never want to do anything different again. So let me hook this guy up for you. You basically just slide your Switch into the mails, and they go right on the rails of the system, just like, you know, if you're sliding a Joy-Con in, so it's locked in there pretty good. Like, this thing ain't coming out. It's masterfully made, and it looks just like a little piece of plastic, but the way they have it balanced, the way it works is frankly genius, okay? I was concerned that this thing would not work as well as it stated. Like, I thought it would be all over the place, wobbly, hard to hold. I mean, I'm gonna use the Pro Controller and the Switch at the exact same time. That doesn't seem like something that would work well. I'm gonna tip over, I'm gonna feel heavy, my hands are gonna tire. But actually, they've balanced it perfectly, and it just works like a charm. You get to play Pro Controller on the go. And like, I know this looks a little silly, but I wish the Switch was just this way always. Like, the Joy-Con are fine and fun, and they're great for handing off to your little brother, but like, this is how the Switch is meant to be played. The Pro Controller is one of the best controllers Nintendo has ever invented, and now you can duke it out wherever you are with the Pro. And it just works, and it's not too heavy, and it just feels fantastic. I have not played any other way. Like, docked, yes, if you have a huge TV, I know that's good to go. But if you don't care about it being blown up on your screen, you now can have the screen experience, the Pro Controller, anywhere you are. I've used this in bed, I've used this in the car, I've used this in my office, I've used this on the couch, I've used this standing up, and I've used it every single time I've played Switch since I got it. I will never go back. My Joy-Con are never on the system anymore. I don't know why I would use them, because I love the Pro Controller. If you don't have a Pro Controller, I understand that this maybe doesn't appeal to you, but I strongly suggest you check a Pro Controller out, because it's the best way to play Switch. So many games feel so much better on the Pro Controller. I mean, we're talking about Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Dread. They're gonna be perfect. The Fixture has a great range of motion, so you can get this comfortable and adjusted for however you wanna play. I found kind of like over the controller, but still elevated so I can see the screen at a good angle is where I wanna be. And you got plenty of wiggle room under here. Your hands aren't gonna get bumped even if you have bigger fingers, which I know is something that really inhibits the playing experience with the Joy-Con. Like, if you have bigger hands, it's crampy and uncomfortable and kind of annoying after a while, but I can play this thing for hours. It is a productivity killer because you'll just want to play more and more wherever you are. Even if you're not in front of your TV for quote unquote game time, you still will make game time because you can just go to work on the game and not go to real work. I think a concern some people might have is that it's gonna scrape and scratch up your Switch, but because it's rails and not just like forcing it in there or clamping it in there, it doesn't. Like, it just goes right along the side of the Switch. The Pro Controller, it's a little trickier to get out. I always wanna pop it from the bottom to ensure that I don't scratch it up. So I pop it out, and it does take a little bit of force, but that effort is absolutely worth it. They also say you can use this thing as a stand. Now, I've never done it, literally never, because I just want to play it portably with the Pro Controller, but we can try it out right now for you. You slide this in, and then it looks like you can adjust the angle and then just stand it, and because of its balance, it should stand, which yeah, it does. It's standing. But I don't think I'd ever use it that way, because the point of this for me is to be able to play portably with the Pro Controller and have the Switch still in front of my face at a great viewing angle and not have to do some awkward two-handed dance with a whole bunch of different devices. It just clips and you're ready to go, and that feels fantastic. I'm surprised Nintendo didn't think of something like this. I mean, I guess it kind of defeats the purpose of switching the device because now you have best of both worlds, but that's what I love about it. Now, it is $35 on Amazon, which I think is a little pricey. Like, if you were to just come up to me and say, hey, you wanna pay $35 for my piece of plastic? I would be like, that sounds like a lot for this plastic. But when you consider that it changes every time I've played the Switch since, and you spread that money out across all my sessions and all the games and all the experiences, then it's totally worth it. It's like this piece of plastic looks like a piece of plastic, but it really is much more because it's a game changer. And whether it's made out of plastic, metal, rubber, electronic bits or not, those are worth something. When something can change the way you experience whatever you like to experience, yeah, that has value. I used to do a ton of accessory reviews on the channel, so I thought this would be a nice throwback for OG fans and kind of want to just get back into this, especially with the OLED coming out the holiday season. We got to find out what are some good accessories to improve our Switch lifestyle. And for me, like, I just love this thing. Pro Controller portable mode is my new favorite mode. Tabletop, handheld, docked mode, no go. This is the new way that I play. And let me know in the comments down below if you think you'd like playing some Pro Controller portable and you want to check out the fixture, or let me know if you already have one of these guys and how you've been liking it. All right, it's the Rebecca Black day of the week, so we gotta end with a bang, a little poll from the people, from you, and you, and we answer these every single day at the end of the show. Are you excited for Nintendo Switch OLED? I posed this question because in yesterday's episode, we talked a lot about what the heck is happening with the OLED, why is Nintendo not advertising it, and is this system even exciting anymore? 73% of you say no, it's not. That's a bit of a bummer for an impending system, a new console that costs more and is coming out and is supposed to be cool. You know, I still said yes, because I feel like we've played Switch for 5 years, and for myself personally, I play it all the time. So some slight upgrades are still cool to me, and of course I'm gonna check it out for you guys and let you know what I think and if it's worth it and if you should look into it for yourselves. So I still have enthusiasm. Plus, I just have like this little kid in me that loves new stuff and loves exciting unboxings and loves waiting up till midnight and loves when all the stuff that you're waiting for happens. Like, game release days are just giddy for me, and consoles, man, doesn't get better than that. So I'm still going in with some hope, although I know like it's not a game changer. It's not gonna really revolutionize the way I play Switch, or at least I don't expect it to. But you can expect me back next week. Plus, of course, we'll have content this weekend, new videos and all that jazz. But GMM will return on Monday. Until the time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys and girls and everyone else have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. All right, get some good sleep. Man, a good night's sleep does so much work for your system and your mind. It's more helpful than you know. So try to get a little shut-eye. And until next time, everybody, love you lots. SwitchForce out.